So this Black & Decker chainsaw and this Troy-Bilt chainsaw are basically my two main chainsaws in my fleet. I have a couple Polands that do run and work, but they're just not as good as these, so I don't use those much. But this Black & Decker right here, and I've said this before in my videos, that is the best chainsaw I've ever had in my whole life. It ended up being a deal at Menards where it was marked down to 80 bucks by the manager because Black & Decker discontinued these and quit selling them, so it was kind of just a clearance thing. Menards wanted it out of their inventory since it was discontinued. 80 bucks, no returns. So I bought it, and this has turned out to be the best chainsaw I've ever had, and I can't explain why. Other than it runs so good. It constantly has power, it starts easy, warms up fast, and it runs fantastic. And this thing's had like 3 different bars on it, probably 10 different chains. I've cleaned the whole thing out 100 times. I put new screen on the air cleaner deal, and I don't think I've done a spark plug yet. But anyway, added decent fuel mix and bar oil all the time, and I've never had problems with it. It's just an awesome saw. It's fantastic. And it's got so much use on it. I mean, I haven't had it for more than maybe a year or two, but it's my go-to. It always runs great. So I've been on a mad dash to try to find more of these, which every now and then I find them, but they're either really expensive or can't be shipped for whatever reason. So I had bought this Troy-Bilt a while back with a Menards rebate that I had, and looking at the saw, it looked really similar to this Black & Decker, because most of these companies, you know, in China that make these, they make the same model for different people, you know, Troy-Bilt, Poland, Black & Decker, whatever, all the different brands they have, they kind of just change the names and the paint jobs and all that. But I thought these looked similar, except this saw sucks. I hate this saw. Starts really hard, doesn't run very good, and I need to adjust the high and low idle screws, but I have like 15 different carb adjustment wrenches, and none of them fit on here. I have no idea why. If anybody knows if Troy-Bilt has some special whatever, I don't know if it's supposed to look like that or whatever, but none of my little adjustment wrenches fit on this saw, so I haven't been able to adjust the high and low idle yet. But this saw just runs like crap, and it has terrible power. The only time it runs good is when you take the air cleaner cover off, and then it gets more air, and then it runs really well, but then you know your system's wide open for wood chips and dust and all that, and you can't do that. So that tells me there's a problem with the ratio of gas and air. So anyways, I'm disappointed in this Troy-Bilt. So I've been trying to find another one of these, and this is what I came up with. This is the closest thing I could find. It's a Craftsman 16-inch 42cc, which is exactly what the Black & Decker is. And based on the pictures I saw online, they look very similar as far as the plastic, the handle, you know, the configuration of the exhaust. Very similar, if not the same. So I went and got this from a store called Fleet Farm. It was 170 bucks. I think it was $169.99 or maybe $179.99. I can't remember, but I'm super excited about this. I'm hoping it runs good, but let's get it out of the box here. so good. This thing, absolutely sweet. Absolutely awesome. Look at that. This is pretty much, I think in every way possible, it's pretty much the same exact saw. I really can't find any difference between these at all, at least not right now, but literally everything is the same. Look at that. And like I said, I've had a couple different bars on this. It did not come with an organ bar. There's the exhaust. Literally the same saw. So I'm really excited about this because Craftsman seems to continue selling these. So if this saw turns out to be awesome too, then I could even keep buying those. And it could be one of those things too where you buy something, like you can buy 10 of the same thing. Like you can buy 10 of these same model chainsaws, put gas and bar oil in all 10 of them and run them, and still one of them will be the best out of all of them. I don't know how that happens. It's like a manufacturing thing. I don't know. But this saw here has just been awesome. And it has way more use on it than these cheap saws are rated to do, and it's not showing any signs of giving up. So sorry, I'm kind of ranting about my love for these saws, but they're just awesome. So I'm going to give this a try, and we'll see how it does. And hopefully at some point here I can get my Troy-Bilt running better. But this really is a different model from these two. So the fingers crossed for this Craftsman to run good. Brand new. Chili. Whoop. Amateur hour here. Not sure why it dies when I let off the throttle. This is the first time I've ever ran this. It doesn't run as high of RPMs as the Black & Decker. I've never adjusted that Black & Decker, and over time it almost seems like it kind of ran higher RPMs on its own. I don't know. It's possible this might need an adjustment at the low and high idle screws, so something to look into, but it does run good, so I'm happy with it. Just gotta run it some more. Anyway, I am very happy with this saw, and I'm looking forward to using it a lot more.